Yo, dudes, Oren here. Excuse me. Yo, dudes, Oren here. We are streaming the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions, and we're just waiting for the kickoff to begin. And man, it's been a while since I've live streamed the Lions game, but I figured, you know what? It's been a while. Let's give it another shot here again. Playing the Chicago Bears, we're at home. It's a division game. You know, these type of games, anything can happen because even though the Lions are expected to basically pound the Bears do have a really good run defense, so there might be a little bit of concern this way, that way. And what I think is going to wind up happening is that the Bears rushing defense is going to keep the Lions in check at first, but then the Lions will figure out a solution to be able to run for a bunch of yards eventually. So, just live streaming this game. Just probably going to be another fun game. Another relaxing, the Lions are good type of game to watch, though. So, Peoples Jones should be. What up, Luke? Peoples Jones should be playing in this game, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. And that Sweat guy that everybody was talking about the Lions should trade for, who wound up going to the Bears for a package including a second-round pick, as well as a follow-up extension for like 4 years, $98 million or whatever. He'll be playing, but he shouldn't be. Sewell and Decker should be able to handle him wherever he winds up going. So just looking forward to that. I do apologize in advance because I think I might be coming down, with a cold or something sick. Yesterday at work, the temperature, for whatever reason, got down all the way to like the lower 30s at the spot that I worked at. So I had to deal with frostbite and that sort of stuff, and then just trying to make sure I don't catch a cold. So. Yeah, I noticed that. I got 200 subscribers. Thank you. So, it's okay to be a Jets Cowboys fan. It makes no difference to me. So, at some point, I'm going to try to tell people if I can get up to 500 subscribers, and I will tell the story behind why the introduction to all my videos is "Yo, dudes," because it's an interesting story. It's an interesting story. And the kickoff is taking place. And it looks like the Bears are going to receive the ball first. Goes into the end zone. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. And I'm actually not too worried about Justin Fields. The main person I'm worried about is Foreman, their running back. He was with the Panthers last year when the Panthers pounded the Lions last Christmas Eve. So I know the Bears running back group is seems to be completely healthy now. So, but the Lions do have a good rushing defense as well. So we'll see what happens. All right, 1st and 10 at the 25. Fields fakes kind of a handoff, rolling to his right, pursued by Branch, throws it out of bounds, incomplete. There's Brian Branch. It feels like I haven't seen him in a while, even though he's probably been around. Oh, yeah, the Bears have DJ Moore, too. He can be a good wide receiver from time to time. So we'll see how Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs and those people can do against him. Like I said, I got to 200 subscribers. Thank you, guys. If I can get to 500, I will tell the story behind why I start every intro with "You dudes, running player on the left, pushed out of bounds." Oh, that was Fields. Yeah. Praying for Jordan Travis as well. There's been this is definitely a year with the most inconvenient injuries, because I remember seeing the thing about Deshaun Watson earlier in the week, and then what happened to Joe Burrow and his wrist during Thursday Night Football. So especially with the quarterbacks, there's a lot of them that have significant injuries, and it's really affected the game. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 36, actually. Fields keeps it and gets about 5 yards there, close to the first down. He duked out Hutchinson there and had to slide. Oh, Hutchinson actually got faked out by the running back. The last time they played the Bears at home, I remember Hutch and Houston were both kind of half spies, like halves on their halves of the field for Fields, and that's how they contained him. And Fields scrambles again, passes it, complete. First down to the 45. 14-yard gain on there. Oh, yeah, Kyle Murray is back. Good for him there. So I'm not doing red zone today. I'm just going to be doing this Lions game. And then tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be streaming the Eagles and Chiefs game because that's going to be exciting. And that could have an implication for the Lions because they're trying to fight for the number 1 seed. If the Chiefs can beat the Eagles, I'll be rooting for the Chiefs in that game. Then Lions have a shot at the number 1 seed. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line, actually. Fields processing, passes, complete to Cole Clement. Tackled by Alexander Malone, but he gets to the first down at the 32-yard line. I'm not surprised if the Bears get off to a hot-ish start here, but the Lions should be able to adjust to whatever they do. I mean, after all, the Bears are trying to tank for draft picks, right? Even though they have Carolina's. Fields scrambling around. Passes caught, first down. Equanimeous St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown's brother caught it. Then again, Fields is trying to play for a starting job too, so he wouldn't be involved in the quote-unquote TANK. And my channel changed to a different basketball channel for a second there. I don't know what happened. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Fields under center, pitches it to Foreman, and he gets tackled. Gains about 5 yards there. Derek Barnes on the tackle. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that broadcast there. So once again, I tried with the NFL Plus on my tablet, but it was out of market, which means they wouldn't air it. They might air it on Red Zone, but not here. So instead, I'm using the DirecTV app. My dad, shout out to my dad. He lives in Michigan. He gets the DirecTV. He just gave me his info, and I just am able to watch that on my tablet here, and I get the game that way. Fields processing, rolling to his right. Dukes out Hutchinson. He's running first down and more, down to the 4-yard line. He was going one way. Hutchinson was chasing him, and then he's like, stop, and then I'll go around this other way, up the middle. Here's 1st and goal at the 5-yard line, actually. Hands it off to Foreman and gets down to the 1-yard line. I want to note, I noticed this earlier. The Lions have a practice squatter who's on the defensive line for this game, and who is not Broderick Martin. He's somebody I never heard of who was drafted in 2021, used to play for the Cowboys, but then got cut, and now he's with us. I forgot his name already. The play is whistled dead. The ref is pausing. Chicago's taking a timeout. I assume to prevent the delay of game penalty. Okay, I know I'm behind, but kindly don't try to get too ahead of me. If a touchdown happens and I'm not there yet, then, So please and thank you. And I'm not surprised that there's that happened. So actually, I wonder when that broadcast mishap happened that it did put me behind. All right, there it is. There's the touchdown. All right, so Bears start off with the lead 7-0, so not really panicking because we all know how good the Lions offense is going to be. So, Fields is back for the first time in a while, and, got to figure out what the game plan is and then adjust, and then we'll do our thing. So I think the Bears got off to a similar start at the second game of last season before the Lions pounded them, but yeah. Whew. Most people look at the regular season, the NFL season, in terms of like first half and second half. I tend to look at it in thirds, kind of like hockey, because we have an 18-game season if you're counting the bye week. And there's 1/3, which is like 6 games, 6 weeks into the season. Then the second third would be like 12 games. And we're almost at that point. So I'm trying to think of some special content to do for that. And I have a few ideas. Like I'll probably do some mock drafts because mock drafts is arguably one of my favorite things to do in YouTube in terms of the NFL. So, but this has been a year where I've barely been focusing on any of the college football prospects because the Lions are not really a rebuilding team anymore. They're already a competitive team. So, like, we don't have to watch the Lions and think, oh, are they tanking for this player or that player? And we can just enjoy the Lions being good now because right now the Lions have the pick 30 in the first round, something like that. And then not only that, but the Matthew Stafford trade has been used up and is complete in terms of all the players we got from it. So, but yeah. And if you see me get up and go somewhere, then it's just because I'm trying to probably blow my nose or something because I'm trying to avoid, trying to get sick. I mean, I think I already kind of am sick, but, I'm working to try to. Bless me. And I'm also doing a load of laundry right now, so I have to go and check that every now and then. So 10 plays, 75 yards, 5 minutes, 37 on that scoring drive. I see how the Bears are trying to rebuild. It's just, who knows? I don't think they're there yet. But they always seem like they want to be a defensive-minded team, because remember the 85 Bears, or so you hear about all the time. Montgomery is in the game. Jahmyr Gibbs should be playing as well. Pretty much everybody on the Lions offense at least is healthy. Well, Jonah Jackson's not, actually. Goff rolling up to his right, processing. Dumps it off to St. Brown. It gets knocked out of bounds. Gain of 8 yards? So a decent gain there. It'll be 2nd and 2. See, I don't get nervous for these games as much anymore because I know the Lions offense is more often than not going to answer with a touchdown or scoring of some kind. So 2nd and 2, Goff and shotgun, the motioning tight ends to the left. Goff fakes the hand. No, Montgomery does get the hands off. He punches his way for a first down. I got fooled on that handoff there. I thought it was a play action. That's how good Goff is at it. They're showing the Bears defense. Montez Sweat is in the game, number 98. Looks like he's lining up against the tight end on the right side. Goff under center. Play action. Processing. Oh, it throws it at Montgomery's shin, and it's incomplete. Say what you will about Goff, but he, back when we first got him and everybody thought he was bad, but he's a pretty smart decision maker. I think he's a professional quarterback. 2nd and 10, Goff and shotgun, running back right on his left. He's like, kill. Hands it off. Montgomery, he gets what? 6 yards. So we're doing all right against the Bears rushing defense so far. About as good as you could ask for in a standard game. Yeah, this is Montgomery's whole team. I almost forgot. He wants blood in this game. I saw like the Lions shorts that they do like over the weeks. Like, which game are you looking forward to the most? Montgomery's like, oh, that one's easy. The Bears. 3rd and 5. Goff and shotgun. I heard him yell, kill. Triples it. Processing. Pass. It's complete to St. Brown. Out of bounds for 1st down. There we go. 1st down. That's the signal for that. When in doubt, just pass it to St. Brown. Is there a better slot receiver in the NFL? Well, is Cooper Kupp technically a slot receiver? So, but Cooper Kupp tends to get injured a lot last couple of years. So Goff under center, 1st and 10, hands it off to Montgomery, and he's getting some good blockage and some good yards there, about 5 yards. So I can see the Lions moving the ball. It's just not as fast-paced as the Chargers game, but I think the offense is still being effective just in the way that they can be against a team like the Bears. Second and 5, 45. Passes. Oh, no, it got intercepted. I think it went off one of the Lions' hands, and Tyreek Stevenson, interception. Oh, no. That's something you don't expect. Oh, no, it didn't bounce. It just... that defender was just ahead of the receiver. It was intended for... I couldn't tell who that was intended for. Shoot. Lions are just going to have to get a turnover back to get the ball back. Kind of like that in the one game earlier this year. I think that was against the Raiders. Oh, it was intended for Sam Laporta. I guess he just wasn't fast enough for it or something. Well, shoot. Okay, I'm going to go check my laundry. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What happened? Still showing something about a collision resulting in the interception. Fields rolling out, passes. Cole Clement fights, gets the first down. Jack Campbell missed the tackle. Come on, Campbell. That's what we drafted you for, to get good tackles. I'm wearing your jersey, man. There it is. 45 minutes. My laundry should be done. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Fields keeps it, runs up the middle, gains about 9 yards. Tries to dive through that yellow line, but he didn't quite get there. Second and 3 at the 44-yard line. Fields under center. Oh, no, he wasn't. It was shotgun. He gives it to Khalil Herbert. Gets tackled for a loss of 1. Tried to go around the edge there. Josh Paschal, tackle for loss. It's about time you did something, buddy. I've been waiting for you, man. Yep. Paschal pursued him and then kind of tripped him up. So he's trying to do that zone edge thing where you're trying to contain the quarterback. 3rd and 5, and it's getting loud at Ford Field. I definitely know what that's like. I was there earlier in the year. Fields and shotgun, takes the snap. Processing, passes, caught. He got tackled before the first down. Anzalone had a nice tackle on there. They acted like the ball came out and the Lions recovered, but it was whistled dead. Nice stop there. Because Cole Clement seems like a tough dude to get down, so Mr. Club the ball for a home run when he gets a touchdown type. Yep. Didn't even have to tackle him. Just bum his shoulder into him. It's like, whoop. 4th and 1. Lucas Patrick Center is injured. Limping with the trainers. Whoa. It looks like he just tripped himself or something. So 4th and 2. Are the Bears going for it on 4th and 2? I feel like everybody wants to try to go for it on 4th down against the Lions because the Lions are the team that's known for doing that. So everyone wants to be like, hey, we can go for it on 4th down too. Look at us. Yeah, they're going for it. Fields and shotgun. Play clock down to 5, 4, 3. It takes a snap, processes, passes, caught, first down to DJ Moore. They moved the change. I thought they were going to try to trick him to go offsides, and then to call a timeout. Well, no, they already wasted one timeout earlier. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 38-yard line. Fields hands it off for Foreman. He gets tackled in the backfield. Brian Blanche on the blitz. A lot of B's there. Brian Blanche blitz. Tackles Foreman in the backfield. All right. Anyway, 2nd and 16. Ball at the 44-yard line. Fields processing. Goes deep. No one's near there. Lands in the end zone. Intended for DJ Moore, but he couldn't get there in time. He looked like he was really well covered, too. So it was zone coverage. Will Harris was on him. No, that was Jacobs. Excuse me. Or no, that was Tracy Walker. No. Who's number 23? Okay, it was Jerry Jacobs. Anyway, 3rd and 16. It's getting loud. Fields takes a snap. Processes. I think the ball was batted down. The cameraman got fooled on that one, but it was batted down by Kaminsky, it looks like. Yeah, Kaminsky got his hand up. Ricochets onto Barnes. 4th and 16. Looks like they're going to punt it. Trenton Guild punt. Behind the Lions end zone, it says it takes all of us. Does anybody know what that means? Actually, I'm going to Google it. NFL Communications Brand Campaign. Google result. Why do NFL helmets have "it takes all of us" written on them? The NFL launched an initiative 3 years ago as part of their attempt to inspire change in communities. Players can choose from one of 7 decals to put on their helmet to highlight issues. So among the messages that they can have on there, it says end racism, stop hate, it takes all of us, Black Lives Matter, inspire change, and say their stories, where the 6 messages that are approved. And then choose love is another one that got approved. Okay. I think that's as close as I can get to an answer to that. So even though could be on players' helmets, it's behind the Lions end zone there. So I was just curious if there was a specific reason why that specific message was there. Commercials. I'm checking to see what's going on in the rest of the league right now. Cleveland's winning against Pittsburgh 17-0. They're a minute to go in the first quarter there. Arizona and Houston are tied right now. Jacksonville's ahead of Tennessee 7-0. Miami's leading Las Vegas 6-3. Dallas is ahead of Carolina 7-0. The Chargers are ahead of the Packers 3-0. Most of these games are almost at the end of the first quarter, by the way. The Giants are ahead of the Commanders 7-0 right now. And that looks like it's pretty much it. I believe the Vikings play the Broncos tonight on Sunday Night Football. 25-yard line. Goff pitches it to Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. This is the Lions' second drive, which means I think Gibbs is probably going to get the majority of the carries on this drive. So I think it's a running back by committee where Montgomery gets the ball for one drive, then Gibbs gets one for the next drive, and so on and so forth. There's no mixing and matching, but it's your turn to get the momentum on this drive, then now it's your turn. So 35 seconds to go in the first quarter here. Goff passes it. Incomplete. Oh, St. Brown actually caught it. It's a catch. But it's third down now. Ooh. I'm not going to say anything. They're talking about Ben Johnson, probably going to be a future head coach, something that we all already know. The Bears are leading because they had a decent first drive. Our Fields kind of did his thing with running the ball, and Foreman had a nice few runs, and they scored a touchdown on the first drive. And then Goff passes to Reynolds, gets the first down there. A wounded duck, though. But then on the Lions' first drive, Goff threw an interception, which was intended for Laporta, but there was kind of a collision that slowed him down, and as a result, the Bears receiver caught it. But then the Bears tried to move the ball a little bit, but then they had to punt, and now caught up to the present now. And the first quarter is over. A Bears person jumped outside, but the clock was already at 0. But yeah, it's not surprising that the score is like this to me at this point, just because the Bears are probably going to have a few tricks up their sleeves with Fields coming back, and the Lions just got to kind of figure out what they're doing and then adjust, and then they'll probably break away with the game at some point. So no surprises here for me. But I have every bit of confidence that the Lions will probably score on every single drive because that's the way their team is now. Be on the lookout for Jameson Williams and Peoples-Jones to do a thing or two in this game too. So far it's St. Brown's been the main passer. Big surprise. Laporta had an intended reception from that, but that was intercepted. And then Montgomery has been getting the ball a decent amount, and Gibbs just got it that one time, but didn't get it anywhere with it. And then Reynolds caught that pass for a first down just then and there. Let's look at the team stats, not the box score, but the team's stats. Chicago has 5 passing first downs, 3 rushing first downs, while Detroit has 2 passing first downs and 1 rushing first down. Lions are 2 for 2 on third down efficiency, while the Bears are 0 for 2. The Bears have had 19 total plays, while the Lions have had 10. Keep in mind, Chicago did get the ball first. Total yards, 94 for Chicago, 41 for Detroit so far. Yards per play, Chicago 4.9 and Lions 4.1. Passing, Chicago has 52 yards while Detroit has 28. Rushing, Chicago has 42 while the Lions have 13 so far. And then time with the ball, possession, Chicago 10:42, Lions 4:18. I'm going to go turn on my fan in the background. I'll be right back. Okay, I just missed something. Pass interference on defense, so automatic first down on Josh Reynolds. The ball's going to go to the 45 then. Or no, way farther than that. All right, I'll take what I can get. Yeah, I agree, Beast. I agree. Hand off to Gibbs. Gets a few yards, but there's a penalty flag near where Goff was just standing. We'll see. $75, Sorsdale holding on. So Sorsdale's like a developmental offensive lineman, so he knows his strengths and his mistakes. So I only get pissed if like someone like Sewell and Decker gets a holding penalty on a key drive, because they should be held to high standards. Goff passes, and it's intercepted again to G.J. Edwards. Damn it. That was intended for Peoples-Jones. And it looked like it was just behind him or something. Dang. I don't know if it was the receiver just not doing what he's supposed to be doing with his route, or if Goff just threw it behind or ahead. Anytime Goff throws an interception, I always just think maybe it's just the receiver doing the wrong route or something, because that seems like what happened with TJ Hawkinson all the time when he used to be on the team. But yeah, I don't know. But aside from giving up that first touchdown, the Lions defense, I think, is doing – I'm seeing that they're doing a lot of things right. Like Angelone's been playing well so far. Jack Campbell, he missed a tackle earlier, but, Brian Branch had a good tackle for loss on a blitz earlier. And Hutchinson and Barnes are doing their best. Or not Barnes, but Pascal. I think he's kind of on that zone responsibility too. Because I think what the Lions like to do against Fields is do like half a field spy on each of them. That's how they try to contain him. But Fields, I think, has figured out he can just scramble right up the middle, and then that's how he'll get his yards against us in those situations. So I'm not even though Hutchinson hasn't had a sack in a while, I'm not expecting him to get much sacks today, just because I think he's kind of his job is to try to contain Fields. So 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 37-yard line. Oh! Hutch was right there to tackle the running back as soon as he got handed the ball. And Branch. He just teleported out of nowhere and just tackled him. But they're showing a replay of the Goff interception. Yeah, that Bears receiver was right in front of Peoples-Jones. 2nd and 12 for the Bears. Delay a game penalty. The Bears are making mistakes, so the Lions got to make sure they capitalize on them. Sometimes games like this depend on which team makes the fewer mistakes. That's one thing the Lions have been good at, letting their opponents make the mistakes and then capitalizing on them. Second and 17 now at the 30. Fields and shotgun. Takes the snap. It's processing. Hutch is right there. Passes. Caught. Oh, and it's fumbled. Recovered by the Bears, but then fumbled again. I think the Lions got it now. There was a completed pass. Ball was out, and it's Detroit's ball. Looks like Anzalone got it. Here we go. Like I said, just got to capitalize on their mistakes. And there's an injury down for the Bears. Cameron Sutton tackles him, takes the ball out. The Bears person tries to recover it, but he fails because it kept bouncing. And then, someone's in the way of that. Some suit. And then, Anzalone got the ball. And the Bears injured player got up and is limping. Oh, it's Foreman. Oh, no. For them, for their sake. Dan Campbell is pumped up and pacing around the sideline there as they watch Anzalone on the bench. I see Jamison Williams on the field with Montgomery and the rest of the Lions offense. First and 10 for the Lions. 29-yard line. Goff fakes the play action. Is scrambling now to the right. Slides down at the 30. Gains 4 yards. Second and 6. I just noticed Goff does not wear the plays on his wrist like some other quarterbacks do to read what it is. So he's just rubbing his forearms. He's under center. Running back in the backfield. Hands off to Montgomery. Gains 2 yards there. Game break. Packers and Chargers. Jalen Reed on a jet sweep. Scores a touchdown. Packers winning 7-3. Third and 3. Goff and shotgun. Hands it off to Gibbs. And he's getting a first down and more. He's taken off. That was a 13-yard gain? 14. Good job, Gibbs. He's getting a going now. And good blocking by everybody. Decker is down there too. Good blocking, Decker. And 68. Whom I can't remember right now. Both running backs are in the game now. First and 10. I couldn't tell who got that. I think it was Montgomery. He gets 5 yards on the gain. Gotta crack the knuckles. Both Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell are writing on their papers like this. I thought Campbell used laminated sheets for his play calling. Goff hands it off to Montgomery. Gets 1 yard there. Third and 5. Goff and shotgun. Pitches it to St. Brown, and he muscles his way to a first down. So it'll be first and goal at the 2-yard line. When in doubt, give it to St. Brown. St. Brown is slowly becoming one of my favorites. I mean, I've always liked him, but Penei Sewell's always been like my favorite. Then I loved Jack Campbell's draft pick too. But St. Brown I think he's the Derek Jeter of the team. Should be an MVP candidate in my opinion. Goff passes. Oh my gosh, almost intercepted again. But it was deflected. Ooh. Yeah, Goff almost threw a third interception right there. That would have been a pick 6. No one in that area. The Bears secondary is just figuring out how to cheat in front of the intended targets, which I think is the cause of those interceptions and almost interceptions. Second and goal. Goff under center. Rodrigo's in the game. Pitches it to Jahmyr Gibbs. He runs in. Touchdown, Lions. Woo! He didn't even have to go full speed. He just jogged right in because they knew they beat them on the scheme. Rodrigo was in that game too, like motioning. Yeah, beat cold to that end zone spot. Everybody faked one way. Gibbs took the pitch the other way. And it's touchdown. And I have yet to update the score on this scoreboard. We got a tied game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, creativity and punching in the mouth mentality. So, how did they get the ball back? Fields passed it to a receiver, and when Sutton tackled him, he knocked the ball out of his hands. And it was like a big go get the ball, everybody free-for-all type of thing. And Angelone wound up with the ball, so it was a fumble recovery when Sutton knocked the ball out of the hand. And then the Lions were driving, and Goff almost threw a third interception that would have been a pick 6 on the play before, or 1 or 2 plays before that touchdown. So, but yeah, that's pretty much how we got the ball back there. How is the burger, Beast? I actually did go to Red Robin on Friday, and I got another monster burger. The same type of burger I ate during that first time I got rated by TG. I wonder how he's doing with the live stream over there with the Packers and the Chargers. I'm surprised the Chargers haven't put up more points. But they are playing on the road, so Houston's beating Arizona 14-10. Vegas is ahead of Miami 10-7. Interesting there. Yeah, everything else just kind of bleh. Sometime in the near future, I'm going to release some mock drafts. Ooh, scoring drive. 8 plays, 34 yards, 3 minutes, 55 seconds off the clock. Capped off by a Gibbs. Both Gibbs and Montgomery are both sides of the running back. Scotty Montgomery, the assistant head coach and running backs coach, as he's like talking to them both. That coach, Scotty Montgomery, is underrated, I think. I think he's part of the reason the Lions are doing good. I know the Lions have a lot of rookie position coaches that were – because some of them left last year. Like the D-line coach is new. The secondary coach is new. Former Lions, Trey Bly. But, I think they're having their ups and downs. But they're under good hands under Campbell and Johnson and AG. Not to mention their talent they have. I hate to think about what. I know both Johnson and Glenn are head coaches in waiting, but I hate to think about that right now. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 25-yard line. Fields and shotgun, hands it off. Nowhere to go on that one. Maybe like a yard to gain. Quinton Bohanna. He was he was part of the Cowboys. They drafted him in 2021. They released him. He was on the Lions practice squad for a while, and then he got promoted in favor over Broderick Martin and Levi Onwuzurike. So thought that was interesting. I read about that before the game started. 2nd and 9, Fields under center. Hands it off. Herbert gets 5 yards on that game. Taken down by Barnes. I also think Derek Barnes is doing a good job this year, too. He doesn't get talked about as much, but he's definitely the linebacker that you want for the Lions when you want to blitz. Like, he and Anzalone are really good at that. Like, he's good at getting those tackles for losses every now and then. 3rd and 5. Fields and shotgun. Running back on his right. Bunch of people line up on the left side. Fields takes the ball, snap. Processing, passes. Caught by 24. It looks like he got the first down. Branch got the tackle. Surfing? Oh, he landed on Branch to preserve getting the ball farther before his body was technically touching the ground. But yep, 1st and 10. Fields fakes a handoff, rolls to his left, passes it, caught to 11, 1st down and more, down to the 40. Mooney on the catch. First and 10. They're on the Lions logo. Kinda. Nope, just behind it. Fields takes the snap. Processing passes. Passes caught for about 6 yards. Out of bounds. Number 19, the St. Brown brother, Equanimeous. Does anybody watch the 33rd team when Amon-Ra and Equanimeous are on there? Amon-Ra is like trying to get like secrets to Equanimeous. Is like, nope, can't do it. And then Jahmyr Gibbs is on it. Oh, now they're talking about it. Third and 2. At the 33. Herbert keeps it, rolls to the left, runs to the left. He gets tackled. Stopped at the first down. Jerry Jacobs on the tackle. What do you do now? Try for a field goal? Go for it on fourth down? Yeah, lots of Lions were all over that one. Branch there, too. 4th and 1. They're going for it. Unless they're going to try to get them outside and do the timeout, do that thing. 2, 1, snap. Give it to the running back, and he got the first down. Rashawn Johnson. Rashawn Johnson's a player I thought the Lions might draft. He seems like he'd be somebody who'd be a good bell cow, like power type of running back. Playing alongside Bijan Robinson for all those years, getting that chip on his shoulders, like, oh, they think he's so good, I can do better, and I'll prove it in the NFL type of running back. But it's 1st and 10. The Bears are moving the ball. They're at the 28-yard line now. 4:25 to go in the second quarter. Field scrambling, processing, passes. Oh, Branch almost intercepted it. Intended for DJ Moore. Branch almost had that one. But at least he made it an incomplete catch. Second and 10. Hands it off, and he's tackled in the backfield right away. That's Quinton Bohama is the guy, number 90. What a good pickup, and what a good promotion from the practice squad. Gotta love it. Now it's 3rd and 12. Fields has blood on his finger, and as he's trying to shake his hand and all that. So Ford Field's getting loud. Now they're monitoring his hand. Monitoring every single fidget and movement Fields makes. He processes. It was a blitz. Pass is caught and complete. He breaks a tackle, and he gets to the first down. Moore broke that first tackle, and then even after on that blitz, Bears continue to move the ball. It's like the Baltimore game again with sending everybody on the blitz and then dumping it off. And Hutch had to go and get him. I'm not impressed. 1st and 10 at the 17. Fields keeping it. Has to slide and gains the last of 1. If we can get another turnover here, that would be key. Second and 11. 2:08 to go. 2-minute warning is coming up soon. Maybe on this one. Nope, they get the ball off. Fields running with it. He gets tripped. Oh, gets like 5 or 6 on that play as he stumbles down. It's kind of a nail biter, but you know, you kind of get that when Chicago gets the ball first. But luckily, Detroit gets the ball first in the second half. But when you throw 2 interceptions, the game tends to be this close. So Goff knows that, so I won't be too hard on him. It's a preview for Napoleon. Joaquin Phoenix is playing him. Oh yeah, he'd be good at a role like that. He was that the villain in Gladiator years ago. It's nice to see that, like 20 years later, knocks it out of the park with Joker, and then now he's doing this one. So don't mind me as I check the scores of the other teams. Anything interesting happening? The Giants are still winning against the Commanders 7-3. I think I'll check some of the box score stats. Fields is 11 for 15 for 103 yards passing, while Goff is 4 for 9 for 34 yards passing. And Fields also has 9 carries for 44 yards. Montgomery is 6 carries for 21 yards. Gibbs, 3 carries for 16 yards and a touchdown. DJ Moore, 3 receptions for 31 yards. St. Brown, 3 receptions for 23 yards. Oh, we're back. Third and 6 for Chicago. Detroit cheerleaders cheering them on. They keep talking about Justin Fields' middle finger bleeding, and I always think it's like a cryptic way for the announcers saying F you to the viewers. And I'm just like, ugh. Third and 6. Fields processing passes. Incomplete. No flag on the play. It'll be 4th and 6. He's pressured by McNeil, Big Mac, who's probably one of my top favorite players on defense over these last couple of years because he's an unsung hero with where he plays. So they're going for the 31-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. Right down the middle is good. I hate writing the number 10 because I got to add all these extra things to each of the digits. So that way people don't know that way people can tell the difference between a 1 and an L as well as a 0 and an O. But that way it's definitively a 1 and 0 for 10. Trying to think of some ideas for some videos to try to get out, specifically like during the off season after the NFL season's over. Well, that alarm means my laundry is done, but I'll get that at halftime probably. But I'm looking for ideas for, like, if you're a casual fan and you're curious about something that you see when either viewing an NFL game or NFL news or an NFL YouTube channel, like, what is that? And the one thing I'm thinking of is like YouTubers and the sponsors and advertisements that they read in the middle of their shows, like which organizations are the ones the most common, and like what are they actually? And if you see that way, if you see them, then you know what they're all about. So I'm thinking about doing that one. Like DraftKings is probably one. The Pigskin Pick'ems, I guess, is another one. Definitely not Manscaped. That's just Perna. I don't even want to imagine that. But I do imagine the power rankings show that he and Grassi does, and that's always good and entertaining. And then just makes me think, okay, one of these times Tom Grassi is going to have the crazy power rankings, and Perna is going to question him, be like, and then be the straight guy for once. That'd be a good contrast, a good way to mix it up at one point. Not to say that the whole thing is rigged or staged, but I think Perna knows the purpose of the power rankings is, because, people are reading it to be informed or entertained. And most people try to be informative with their power rankings. Well, Perna sees everything as entertainment. Just like how Trump saw newspapers as a way to get free attention to help his campaign, knowing that the newspapers would talk about him no matter what if he said something mean and that sort of thing. So I could go on about that, but that's for another time. Here we go. Jared Goff is doing things in shotgun. Gibbs is standing right to his right. 1st and 10. 1:47 to go on the clock. Goff processing. Passes to St. Brown. Gets the first down. The clock is running. Goff processes. Passes up the middle to St. Brown again. Running across the Lions logo for the first down. Getting help from the spiritual animal lion that's there on the field. Goff takes the snap again. Passes across again to Gibbs. Across the middle. Lions have 3 timeouts left, while Chicago has 2. They're definitely doing the hurry-up offense. Goff passes, goes out of bounds. Ben Johnson's just flipping through his laminated thing like that. 3rd and 2. If we get a field goal here before the halftime, then I'd be happy with that, because then the game is like 0-0. They're at the, 46-yard line? Goff, processing. Passes down the middle. Caught to Jameson Williams. First down and more. Detroit calls their timeout. 30 seconds. Oh, yeah, Gronk is on the NFL halftime thing for Fox. Everybody used to talk about Gronk as the star tight end. Now, these days, it's Travis Kelce. For obvious reasons. First and 10. Goff takes a snap. Quick pass to the dump off to Gibbs. Gets tripped up, out of bounds. The clock is still running on the scoreboard, but it should be stopped. Okay, they reset it. 33 seconds. Play clock at 13. Goff and shotgun. 2nd and 2. Goff dumps it off to Montgomery. No, to Gibbs. First down and more. Down to the 10. I imagine another timeout has to be called. No, the clock has stopped, and I don't know why. Gibbs is being clutch for us so far. Yep, Detroit did take their second timeout. Riley Patterson's warming up for the field goal. All right, so Detroit has one timeout left. 20 seconds left to go in the half. Goff and shotgun. Kill. 13, 12, 11. Goff processing, scrambling. Pass out of bounds. Nobody there. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with the clock. It's like they're trying to gyp the Lions there. I don't know. Yeah, I know. Hoping the refs don't catch it, and then the Lions fall short. In their home field. Second and goal. Now there's no scoreboard on there at all. They hand off to Gibbs. He's trying to run around, gets tripped up, gains about a yard. And I think Detroit calls their last timeout. Whew. Again, I'd be content with a field goal, but if they get a touchdown here, that would be awesome too. All right. 16 seconds to go. Goff and shotgun. First and goal at the 10. Or third and goal, actually. St. Brown. Caught it. Touchdown. Woo. Lions will end the app in the lead. The Lions are like, man, we ain't going for the tie. We're going for the touchdown. Because we the Detroit Lions. That's the Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, bread and butter. Yeah, I couldn't tell where Goff was there, but he caught it and right there, yep. The bread and butter. $11 seconds left on the clock. PAT is up, and it's good. Lions have the lead for the first time in the game. And they'll get the ball in the first half. The second half, I mean. Talking about the St. Brown brothers and their names and all that. Their mom, who is a German instructor or something that taught them German. I got to do more research on their family, be more informed about them. Man, I wonder what it would be like to meet St. Brown. See, my confidence in the Lions and their offense has never wavered. Even though it's a lower scoring game, I knew they would get the lead back at some point. $11 seconds to go. Just waiting for the kickoff. Can the Bears score with 11 seconds to go? I don't think so. Yeah, they'll probably just take a knee. I mean, why risk getting injured? Why risk getting injured? Gibbs is doing a lot of good in this game as well. I think he's been more productive than Montgomery, but Montgomery has done some bell cow things in this game too. So, all right. I'm waiting for them to talk to Dan Campbell, I think, and then I'm going to go get my laundry. Nobody raid me. No, especially while I'm gone. No raids. No raids. Save it for a primetime game. Okay, no Dan Campbell. I'll be back. All right. I'm back. I'm still seeing commercials. Let's read some of the box score stats at halftime. Fields is 11 for 16 with 103 yards. Goff is 11 for 18 with 107 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And Justin Fields also has 10 carries for 43 yards, while David Montgomery has 6 carries for 21 yards, while Jahmyr Gibbs has 4 carries for 18 yards. For receiving, DJ Moore has 3 receptions for 31 yards, and Amon-Ra St. Brown has 6 receptions for 53 yards. Jahmyr Gibbs also has 3 receptions for 31 yards. Jameson Williams even has 1 reception for 12 yards. That was a key play that he got that there. And then Anzalone has a fumble recovery. No sacks for the Bears, nor tackles for loss. Lions have 5 tackles for loss, 1 from Derek Barnes, 2 from Brian Branch, 1 from Cameron Sutton, and 1 from Quinton Bohanna. Quinton Bohanna, I think, might be a second-half hero for us Lions if he keeps up what he's doing. So, no rain, thank goodness. Because I don't have anything planned for that if I do get rated again. Oh, and I prepared a bowl of cereal as my snack. This game isn't a blowout like everyone's been expecting so far, but it's more of a lower scoring, winning with the run game type of game. And the Bears defense is showing up at times, not just for the rush defense, but in the secondary. Like they've proven to be pretty good at cheating in front of certain lines receivers to get interceptions or almost get interceptions. And even though Goff has thrown 2 interceptions, he's gotten lucky on a few more passes. There'll be a post-game reaction after the game, too. So prepare for that. I appreciate the 2 people in here watching my stream right now as I just eat cereal, waiting for halftime to start. I'm just going to do this for the thumbnail for a future video. That'll be the thumbnail. Less work for me to do for my rookie amateur YouTubing skills. And the point of that obviously being Goff throwing 2 interceptions. So the point of the last one where I had like the fingers running on top of the tablet was just because the Lions had so many rushing yards within the first half, and that was a highlight for the game at the time. I was trying to do a running post, but I realized how fat my thighs look, so I cut that idea and just did this for the last thumbnail. Don't you dare raid me, in case you are who I think you are. Not that I think that would happen, because this is not a primetime game, and people are watching separate games today. I just prefer to be rated on a primetime game, you know? Like, when's the next one for the Lions when they play the Cowboys? Because I've gotten so much out of this season already. So lots of good memories and lots of good times. So anything more would be a bonus, except what we're hoping for is to win the division and then to win a playoff game. Lions will get the ball to start the third quarter, and they have the lead 14-10. The Bears are leading in like some of the key stats, like time of possession, as well as like the turnover battle. But Lions, no matter how ugly it gets at certain times, they find ways to win, and that's what they're about. Even if it's a lower scoring, like running back versus defensive line type of game, then we'll do that. Dan Campbell. Two-minute drill. 2-minute drill. Defense. Fields. Contain him. Oh, Montgomery gets a good run, gets a first down and more. Bulldozing his way, like 20 yards on that one. I take back what I said about Gibbs being better than Montgomery. He just blew up right there. Nice blocking from everyone. Goff processing. Passes. Ooh. Incomplete. Bounced in front of Khalif Raymond. Khalif Raymond. Nah. Interesting there. First 2 drives, bad. Last 2 drives, very good. Goff Hands it off to Montgomery. Gets some good blocking, and he gets almost to the first down, about 9 yards, crossing the 50, down to the 47-yard line, 46-ish. Hey there, I'm back. I'm in the vehicle, so I can't really listen well. Oh, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Jonathan. That being said, do not get in a car accident. So don't let me get your life ruined by that way. Be responsible. 3rd and 2. Goff under shotgun. Processing. Oh, and he's going to get sacked. Sanborn. How did that sack happen? He just came out of nowhere, kind of. Linebacker looped around where Penei Sewell was while Penei was blocking somebody else. And no one else was around, like running back wise, to block him. So that's how that sack happened. All right, Detroit has to punt it. Not how you wanted to capitalize with the ball on the first drive in the third quarter, but hopefully the Bears don't score on this possession either. That guy's face looks super, super pink. But who am I talking? My face usually looks red all the time, so. Lions punt the ball away. Sometimes I always wonder what it takes to be an NFL punter, because like you can only really control like how hard you punt it, right? And then like where your leg connects with the ball when you punt. You can't really control the bounces, and maybe you can get it higher based on how hard you punt it or which direction you punt it based on the angle of the ball. But Honey Nut Cheerios, it's all gone now. I'll be right back. I bought the mega box of Honey Nut Cheerios when I went shopping yesterday. So I had never seen a box like this before, and I was like, you know what? Life is too short. So plus, trying to watch blood pressure, cholesterol, and all that. Never too early to start getting on top of that stuff. So I also have a yogurt over here and a Monster cookie. I was drinking a bunch of tea and eating celery earlier, but that's all gone. You're finishing a burger for lunch? Didn't you already eat a burger earlier, though? Oh, yeah. Beast, I don't think you were here when I described this, but I went to Red Robin 2 nights ago and had the same burger there, except I was there at their bar and there was college basketball on, but nothing about the NFL. So I was like, eh. And as I said, I live right near a Red Robin, so, why not? What? Roger Goodell is at this game, and he recognized Nick Luigi or whoever, who was a military veteran of some kind. Well, thank you for your service, sir. Yeah, Roger Goodell is at this game. Interesting. Fields, processing, passes, complete, gains about 4 yards to DJ Moore. Second and 5. They hand off to Foreman, and he's going to get a first down. That was a big gain for him there. And he's slow to get up. He still hasn't gotten up. Oh, boy. Foreman is injured. He's the one offensive player other than Fields that I was worried about. Yeah, that was good blocking, and he took advantage of that. Because remember, Foreman was the guy on the Panthers that helped carve up the Lions last Christmas Eve. And he's still down and injured. Never want to see anybody get injured. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So. I'm going to check in on some of the scores of the other teams right now. Cleveland is still beating Pittsburgh 10-7. Houston's beating Arizona 21-10. That game was closer than what I thought that would be, but, Jacksonville's beating Tennessee 13-zip. Miami is in the lead against Vegas at halftime, 14-13. Dallas beating Carolina 17-3. Halftime, Packers and Chargers are tied at 10 apiece. The Giants are leading at the Commanders 14-9 at halftime. So seems like a pretty routine standard day going on. There's not really much surprises. Maybe the Giants beating the Commanders, I guess, but that's an interdivision game, and anything can happen in those type of games. That being said, I do expect the Lions to sweep the NFC North this year. So, and I mean, you saw what happened last week with Cleveland and Baltimore, and I don't know. I still don't know to this day if I said that correctly on Red Zone, because I thought the Browns got a pick six, and then they missed an extra point, and then that was the end of that game. But then I guess there was more to that game than I thought, because then Cleveland wound up kicking a game-winning field goal against the Ravens. So, interesting thing about the cheeseburger raid video. I check the analytics every day, like the live analytics. Like it shows you the last 48 hours and then like the last 60 minutes of like how many times it's been viewed. And like on average on every day, it's at least 200 for the last 48 hours for the cheeseburger raid video. And then like maybe 10 or 15 for the last 60 minutes or so. I was hoping my sequel video with the bucket of celery video would kind of replace it, but it still hasn't. But that being said, that video is also having a smaller version of that success too. And we're back. Foreman is limping up on the sideline. Oh, yeah, I got tackled on the ankle there. Looked like Kirby Joseph. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Fields under center. Drops back, processing, scrambling to his right. Points, passes. DJ Moore caught it and goes out of bounds. I think he was in bounds for it. It'll be a first down. Yeah, Fields did like a cross route all the way across to the end zone and then just kind of paused there and then caught it. He's up to 50 yards of receiving in this game. Where are they at? The 48-yard line. They hand off the ball to 24. I think that's Rashawn Johnson. Nope, Herbert. About 6 or 7 yards on that play. Herbert always has that same look, like an Egyptian warrior, like that's described in the stone. He always has that same look. If it were an emoji, it would be the one where it's a straight line across for the mouth. 2nd and 4. Fields under center. 2 running backs behind him. Pitches it. And he's taken down in the backfield by Brian Branch on a blitz. Couldn't go anywhere. As soon as he caught the pitch, bam. I think that's his 3rd tackle for loss in this game, too. What a tackle, too. Branch just might be the defensive player in this game at this rate. Anyway, 3rd and 10 for the Bears. Ball still on the 47-yard line. Play clock down to 1 to 0. Call the flag. Flag it. Delay game on the offense. There we go. Good job, refs. You're proving that you're calling a fair game with the Lions, especially with Roger Goodell in attendance. Yeah, it's true, probably. You know who's probably going to wind up winning it, though? Witherspoon. Still makes me mad that the Seahawks were able to get him right in front of the Lions, too, because that guy was gritty. Dan Campbell type of guy. Fields, processing passes, deep downfield, incomplete. Intended for more. A penalty, a flag. Illegal contact against Branch. Automatic first down. Gosh darn it. Oh, yeah. Shoot. First and 10 at the 48, 47. Rashawn Johnson gets it. He gets a first down and more. I talked about Rashawn Johnson. I had a lot of praise for him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he became the bell cow for the Bears in the future. Campbell missed another tackle there. What is going on, Campbell? Got to make your tackles, dude. I'm going to have to make a point to talk about that. I don't have to strip this jersey off because I'm wearing nothing underneath, but come on, Jack. Okay, flags on the play. Flags everywhere. False start offense. Despite the stiff arm, you'd think Campbell would be good enough to be able to find a way to get that tackle. Branch has proven that he can do that. So Campbell was drafted. One of the things he's good at is tackling. So earlier in the game, he had a similar thing happen to him too. So I don't know. I just see it again, and I just kind of get triggered based on what I remembered from before. That being said, Rashawn Johnson, pretty good. Rookie versus rookie. 1st and 15. They hand the ball off and gets 1 or 2 yards there. Stopped by Barnes. Cam Sutton loses his helmet on that tackle too. He's doing all right. I know he had a couple of penalties in the last game, but if you hear nothing bad about your cornerbacks, then you know they're doing a good job. And I hardly hear anything about Sutton, so I assume he's doing a good job because of that. Fields, nowhere to go on that pass to Herbert. Hutchinson wanted a penalty for something. The play clock is down to 3 on that one. There was too much going on there for me to process and had to choose one thing to say in that split second. But it's 3rd and 11 now. 7:41 to go in the third quarter. The clock is running. The 3 posters are being held up. Ford Field is getting loud. Agreed. Fields in shotgun. Hands it off to Herbert. No, Johnson. And Hutch gets the tackle along with Kirby Joseph. 4th and 6. Right around the middle of the field. Alex Anzalone started off as an average player for us when we got him from New Orleans, back when we hired Campbell and those guys. And then he's gotten marginally better and better each and every year. So he's good enough to get the job done. And even if he wasn't, he still wouldn't go anywhere because he's an extension of the Campbell era coaching staff. Field goal, kick us up. And it is good from 53 yards out. Ooh, nice dreads, Fields. So Chicago is now behind by 1. I forgot the point I was making. Oh, yeah, Anzalone. He's like the team captain of the defense for the Lions, and he knows what AG likes to do. He knows like what Dan Campbell likes to do, so he's always going to be the one to relay the plays, and he's, despite how talented or not talented he is, he's that team captain for that reason, for that. That is until Jack Campbell develops and then he's able to replace him if that happens a year or 2 or 3 from now. Oh, man. The Lions are a team that its identity is offense. They have one of the best offenses in the league, but their defense just needs to be good enough, like middle of the league, just good enough to complement it with their intended strengths of, being able to blitz, being able to have a good defensive line and good edge rushers, and then being able to get turnovers when they need it on clutch situations. Something I say about the Lions all the time, but since I had dead space, I might as well just repeat it now. Yeah, didn't he sign an extension with the Lions in the off seasons for like a 3-year extension? So, I think they have him around for a time period to come. So, they secured the players that they wanted. The Lions linebacking core, I think, has gotten better than where it was a couple years ago now, and that's good. Because Barnes has really stepped up. Rodrigo does good stuff when he's in there. Jack Campbell, he's not high scoring on PFF, but he does a lot of things right from time to time. And then there's Anzalone. The Lions started off this with the ball in the second half where they failed to drive, and the Bears answered with a field goal. Oh, my gosh! He fumbled it, and the Bears got it. Khalif Raymond got hit, and the ball came out, and then the Bears recovered. And Khalif Raymond is still down and injured. What is going on? Oh, he's barely moving. Oh, no. The fans are booing the Bears. Oh, he rammed his head into the ball, into his gut. Oh, it was Craig Reynolds, not Khalif Raymond. Oh, we can't afford to lose him either because we only have 2 running backs. Oh, no. Yeah, that's all true. I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about Reynolds and the turnover. Man. I know during the Baltimore game they cut off the broadcast, so I had to listen to the rest of it on the radio. And then in that game, Mohammed had a really bad injury, and he had to get an ambulance to take him away. But, man, anytime a running back for the Lions gets injured, it definitely is it captures the attention. In which case, I think they'd probably just promote Jameer Jefferson up from the practice squad. Still on commercial break. I'm going to check some of the other scores in case anything interesting happened to take my mind off it. Jacksonville's winning 20-0. Chargers took the lead against Green Bay. Who does Minnesota play? Oh, they play Denver tonight. That's tonight's primetime game. Tyreek freaking Stevenson. Reynolds is limping off in the sidelines, going into the clubhouse, the locker room, whatever they call it in the football. 1st and 10 for the Bears at the 40. And Fields scrambles to his left with it and is pushed out of bounds. All right, got to shake that off. I'm still shook by the Reynolds injury, but I got to shake it off. We got to prevent the Bears from scoring again. Fields under center. Hands it off. And goes nowhere on that one. I can't tell. Oh, it's Herbert. Herbert's Josh Paschal on the tackle. Herbert's number is 24, while Rashawn Johnson's is 23. So I got to really watch for that ones place number to tell. Foreman's still out. Questionable. Both teams have a running back that's injured and questionable. 2nd and 10, but there's whistles going off. What's going on? I can't fucking see. Paxton Jones. What's going on with that guy? Wow, he looks mad or whatever. I can't fucking see or whatever. Fields processing, and he almost got sacked. He's scrambling to the right. Barnes pushes him out of bounds. There's a flag on the play, though. Holding offense against Chicago. All right. Darn all right. Yeah. Hutch drew a holding penalty, like a basketball player drawing a foul for free-pointers. Free throws. It's been a while since I watched basketball. I got to familiarize myself with my basketball terminology. 2nd and 20. Good job, Hutchinson, there. For 2nd and 20 at the 39-yard line. Fields gets the ball. Processing, runs. Oh, goes deep, down the middle. Caught. Touchdown, DJ Moore. Crap. That DJ freaking Moore. I know Detroit's offense will answer at some point, but can we do it sooner rather than later? Gotta credit the Bears for being able to get the turnovers where they can. Because winning a turnover battle is the key to winning a lot of these games. Because I'm not sure if that was Craig Reynolds' fault, because that Stevenson guy or whoever just rammed his head into his abdomen and knocked the ball loose that way. I'm surprised that guy didn't get a neck injury by doing that. It's only the third quarter. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Still plenty of game, though, left to go, so I'm just waiting for St. Brown to do something spectacular to put me in a better mood again. Or maybe Jameson Williams, because, he's due to do something, right? Or Peoples-Jones. Yeah, good trade by Chicago, I guess, to get DJ Moore. Yeah, agreed. We'll see what happens, though. I would trust the running backs to do their jobs, though, because they've been doing all right in this game, I think. Well, let's confirm that. 14 carries for Detroit's rushing and 79 yards and 1 touchdown. Oh, there's Gibbs. He gets 9 yards there. Sorsdale's the starting right guard. Goff passes to Gibbs. He gets the first down on that one. Talking about Penei Sewell. There's Glasgow right next to him. Laporta's in the game. We haven't seen much of Laporta. I'm guessing the Bears shut down the possibility of those slant passes to Laporta. Otherwise, he hasn't been utilized as much. They hand it off again. Gain 1 yard on the play by somebody named Green. Green. Second and 9. Hands off again. Gibbs going up the middle, gains 3 yards on that one. So second and 9, third down is coming up. 3rd and 6. Third and 6 at the 45. Goff processing, passes down the middle. It's intercepted again. Jerome Edmonds. I think that one was tipped. That was definitely a wounded duck. It must have been tipped. But yeah, this is too many turnovers. It's hard to win a game when you have this many turnovers, though. Yeah, Hendon Hooker, he's going to be good when he's ready. So, and this helps Brad Holmes get leverage in the contract negotiations when Jared Goff looks for his extension too. So, because I think a lot of us Lions fans thought Goff was just a bridge quarterback, and then right around the second half last year, he kind of proved that he was more than that. But today's just not the day. Yeah, Goff always seems like he plays on a team that has everything around him with the offensive line and the receiving core. Yep, that pass was definitely deflected. Credit the Bears defensive line for that. Fields incomplete pass down the middle. But luckily, the Detroit's still down by 6 points, so a touchdown could take the lead. 2:22 to go in the third quarter. I don't know what the NFL scriptwriter had in mind for this game. It's because Roger Goodell's there, and he's trying to do his voodoo magic on us. Hutch and Jack Campbell got a tackle on the running back there, gain of 4 or 5 yards. 3rd and 5. Rashawn Johnson bulldozes his way to a first down. Hutch just missed him, too. Cameron Sutton had to tackle him. Yeah, another turnover would be nice. I know I keep saying that, but they passed to J.J. Moore, but he gets a few yards there. A turnover here would be nice. I do like to say that. I keep thinking Kirby Joseph is going to pop up out of nowhere and become a superhero for us. Second and 3 at the 25-yard line. Fields keeps it, and he dives to the first down. I think he just barely got it. Just shy. Third and 1. Looks like somebody's end of the third quarter. They looked like they were about to do a tush push, brotherly shove type of thing. Geez, if the Bears won, I wonder how it's going to affect the NFC North lore for TG's story. Because the Bears character seems like he's barely done anything on that show. But now he might have some interesting conversations with Lionel. But though mainly on that show, I'm kind of wondering what was written on those papers. Because I highly suspect that Packers fans just kind of manipulated his way back into power. Something involving all that papers that he wrote. And then he got Ref to kidnap the Steelers character, who then got the Blood Demon to alter reality somehow. You know what it is, I think? Brandon Perna's curse wheel, even though it didn't land on the Lions, it landed at 5, which was the Chiefs, I think. He was right after that, he made out with the 3.5 spot where the Lions were. So maybe that the residue of that curse was on the Lions because of Perna's lips and saliva. I'm just glad I haven't seen Cole Kmet get a touchdown and then do his swing the bat celebration. I've seen him doing that quite a bit. So. Did they tush push it? Doesn't look like he got it. The Lions' defensive line is pretty good too, so it took the Chargers 8 plays to score a touchdown on the goal plays. So, yeah. Yeah, he kind of got sandwiched into there. Anzalone was there stopping and a bunch of other people. 4th and 1, they didn't get it, so they're going for the field goal at 40 yards. Kick is up, and it is good. 23-14. Chicago's up by 9. All right. Lions offense have their work cut out for them, that's for sure. And then the defense can't allow any more points if they want a shot. They'll probably need to get a turnover or two. Jeff Okudah, when he was on the team last year, he was able to get a pick 6 against Fields. And Hutchinson had a role in that game as well, but that game was decided by one missed PAT. So, let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. The Lions can't show that they've been deflated by this. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Goff fakes it, rolls out, and he's going to get sacked. Montez Sweat was there for the sack. Excuse me. Nobody was blocking him. Nobody. I don't know what the scheme was for that one, but 2nd and 18. Pass complete to Raymond. Gains like 3 yards there. Oh, someone's injured for the Bears. All right. Injured player still. I haven't had to do too much sneezing or coughing as much as I thought, but I have felt very warm today. I don't think I have a fever, but like I'm worried about my health this morning after the work conditions I had yesterday. Where the place I was working in was in like the low 30s for whatever reason. And then I went to bed pretty much with frostbite, and I had to deal with like that sort of stuff. And not to mention the asthma I was going through. Another Travis Kelce commercial. Actually, I'll just check the scores right now. Miami's ahead of the Raiders, 20-13. Green Bay took the lead again against the Chargers, so 16-13. The Giants are still ahead of the Commanders, 14-12. Actually, Edwards has gone to the medical tent. 3rd and 13. Goff processing. Ooh. That was almost intercepted again. The Bears seem to have Goff figured out today. And they have to punt again. Nice punt, Jack Fox. Got him to the 19, and he's taking it back. Gets tackled at the 31, and there's a flag. Oh, there's a scuffle going on. Okay, against the Bears. 10-yard penalty. Chaps. Oh, good for them. Before that happened, I was going to look at the standings. If the Lions lose this game, they will be 7-3, and they'll drop behind the Ravens and the 4, and then the playoff. Fields pitches it to Herbert, and he gets right at the first down marker. Trying to look if the Lions lose, I'll assume the 49ers win, and then the Lions and 49ers should be tied for the second seed. Unless the Seahawks win again, then it'd be a three-way tie, and then the Cowboys win, then a four-way tie for the second seed. So we'd still be in good shape in terms of this one seed. The Bears get a first down, by the way. But for the NFC North, let's assume the Vikings win. It would be 7-3 and 7-4. So the Lions would be like a half a game ahead of the Vikings. First and 10 for the Bears. Fields under center. Rashawn Johnson goes nowhere on that one. Taken out by Pascal and Campbell. Still lots of game left. But the Bears are going to try to run the clock out, which means the Lions are going to have to stop the running game, and Fields keeps it. Gets 7 yards there. I got fooled on that one. Yeah, a turnover of any kind would be nice, but the Bears are going to just eat the clock by running the ball. So you're going to have to stop their running however you can at the line of scrimmage, keep them in bounds, and then maybe try to knock the ball out of their hands and then recover it. If the Lions lose this game, this would be the first time they lost to an NFC North opponent since early last year against the Vikings in Minnesota. Fields goes deep, incomplete, which was well over a year ago, which feels like forever ago. That was like week 3 or week 4 against the Vikings. Holding defense, Branch. First down. First and 10. They give it to Herbert. He gets 5 on the play. Trying to wear out the Lions defense, keeping them on the field while running the clock. So I just checked the standings, and if the Lions lose, they'll still kind of be in the hunt with the other teams. But the Vikings, if they win, they'll be a half a game behind them, and it will be a real race for the NFC North title. And Fields doesn't get the first down. He tried to scramble, but he got stopped right there. And the Lions will definitely drop in my Fridge Magnet power rankings after this. Third and 1. And Herbert gets the first down. Barnes takes down Fields there, so nice pursuit there. I have one of the Lions news apps on my phone, and I'm going to check that for some of the highlights. Fields. Oh, Fields gets sacked. There's a sack. Aleem McNeil on the sack. When's the last time we've seen a sack? Woo. 3rd and long for the Bears. But even if they punt, the Bears were successful in this drive for eating as much clock as they did. Man, McNeil was quick on that one. So 3rd and long. Fields processing, and he's scrambling to his right. Julian acquires and he gets a first down and more. Dang it. But the flag is down. Legal contact on defense 1. Against the Lions. I won't say that we lost until the clock says 0. That being said, I may start my post-game reaction video making during this live stream on a 2-minute warning. They run the ball, gains 2 yards. Rush yards, Fields 104, Detroit total 83. Deron Bland did a pick 6 against Bryce Young. That's the game break. Kick is up, and it is good from 39 yards out, 26-14. We need 2 touchdowns to win this game, basically. Let's see if we can get this first touchdown quickly. I'll be right back. Yeah, the Bears were beating the Lions at their own game with that rushing game, eating the time off. Game of possession, 2/3, like almost 40 minutes, 39-51, while Detroit's had it 15-59. 67 poise to 442, yards 343, Detroit 191. 4:15 to go in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Let's hope the wind is not deflated from their sails. Montgomery gets the ball. Gets a few yards on that one. Yeah, right before this game, I realized Jonah Jackson was out. And it's Sosdell and those people starting. Oh, there's Laporta catching it, and he's out of bounds just before the first down. Showing Detroit fans there in shock and all silent. Oh, Goff threw it in a double coverage there, and he caught it. Got a first down and more. None other than St. Brown. Laporta caught it again. Down to the 45-yard line. That was across the Lions logo. By the way, if you hear whistling, I have tea going, being made right now. And I'll have to go and get that. Gibbs slipped the tackle, and he's going out of bounds. He got the first down and more. The Lions are starting to drive the ball, though. Triple set. Goff processing, passes, goes deep. Touchdown! Jameson Williams! All right, that's step one. J-Mo finally did something there. No penalties anywhere. That's 20 points on our board now. They're zigzagging St. Brown, Jameson Williams, and then they left J-Mo open, and boom. There you go. He somersaults in after he catches it. Uh-oh. PAT is good. It almost missed. Yeah, but at least he caught it. And we got the points. 2:59 to go in the game. I think the Lions almost certainly need a turnover. And it won't be easy because the Bears will just run the ball to try to eat the clock. Or at least to stop them on 3 downs. But yeah, they took advantage of Laporta finally. Then they got Gibbs going a little bit. Then capped it off with the J-Mo touchdown. Ford Field's starting to liven up a bit now. I'm not usually a superstitious guy, but me getting up to make that pot of tea, I think kind of got things going. And there's superstitions in the NFL, but nowhere near as much as Major League Baseball or MLB. Like if you watch any of those games, like teams that are doing good, they'll always have some sort of gimmick or rally. Like everybody will chew like 18 pieces of gum during the 7th inning of a game, or the fans will have a rally monkey to get going. But, whatever works, whatever makes you believe. Even though Brandon Kerner's curse isn't real, like it still really feels like it's real. Yes, we need a stop, and there's the whistle. All right. Instead of Earl Grey tea, I did green tea. Decaffeinated. But it's too hot to use right now, so. 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. It was the Anaheim Angels back in 2002 when they won the World Series. If you look it up, Anaheim Angels 2002 World Series Rally Monkey, you'll probably find something about it. That's the year that I really started to get into baseball as a kid. After they beat the Giants, who were known for hitting home runs with Barry Bonds and those guys, and then they were able to do small ball and grind out pitches to win. And that's how I knew that it's like a miracle on ice type of situation. Instead of being the powerhouse, you win by scrapping and doing all the little things right. Those are the type of teams that I enjoyed watching and rooting for the most. Come on, we got to get the ball back. Take it out of Rashawn Johnson's hands. Now it's third down. McNeil coming up. Way to go, Big Mac. Two of the best run defenses. Philly's up there too. 3rd and 9. Come on, Lions. We got to stop him. or get a turnover. McNeil's he's going deep. He's going deep. Doesn't catch it. Doesn't catch it. That's fourth down. Fourth down. Are you going to go for it on fourth down with where you're at? Is that what you're going to do, Eberflus, Fields? It was close with the double coverage there. We got lucky with that one. He touched it with his fingertips, but didn't catch it. I don't know why you would go deep on that play if you were the Bears, though. The punt bounces to the 30, 29, 28-yard-ish. I think it goes out of bounds. All right. Let's watch the Lions offense do what they do best. This is kind of like that game against the Vikings 2 seasons ago when the Lions won their first game of that season and St. Brown got his first touchdown. I think that's where the chemistry with St. Brown and Goff was born. Because that was Goff's first win as the Lion, and that, I think, made St. Brown his favorite target after that. Come on, Goff. Come on, Goff. Processing. Quick pass to Montgomery. And he bulldozes his way to a first down. He still got the ball, and there's no flags. Clock is running. 2:20 to go. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up, Lions. Line up. Yes, do the point. Do what you got to do. Goff catches it. Processing. Going deep. Look, Jameson Williams, it's incomplete. Give me a flag on that one. He was pass interference, no? That's pass interference. Why did he not call that? Dang it. $2:05 to go. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. They got to get to the 50 for a first down. They hand off Montgomery. He's running up. He gets the first down. Down to the 48. Taylor Decker doing the block. I see you, buddy. Is that the 2-minute warning? Yep. Things are getting excited now. Sometimes, just like the last game, it's about getting the ball at the right moment late in the game, you know? Well, for this drive, the Lions would have to score a touchdown, and the Bears would, regardless, still probably have enough time for one more possession to do something. So let's hope that doesn't happen, and let's hope the Lions get the touchdown and they take the lead and they stop the Vikings on the last drive. Because so far on that last drive, the Bears did not look like they were that clutch. Let's see if this T is I might try to bring the Rally Monkey back one of these games. I'm kind of starting to think about it. The 2002 Anaheim Angels, they had Mike Scioscia as their manager. Troy Glass was their slugger, but they had David Eckstein, who was kind of like the Derek Jeter of their team, always doing like the little things that were spectacular that helped save the game for the Angels. Troy Percival, I think, was their closer. Jared Weaver wasn't one of their starting pitchers yet. Tim Salmon was on their team. I think he was like their team leader. But yeah, Rally Monkey. I'll be happy to show that sometime. All right, Goff has the ball. He passes it, gets it to Gibbs. He gets 6-ish yards on that play. This is the new age NFL where the offense is the key to the game. Goff passes again to Laporta. First down and more. Goes out of bounds. 1:36 to go in the game. The clock is stopped. Sam Laporta picked a good time to be available, the announcer says. Couldn't have said it better myself. First and 10. Goff takes a snap. Processing. Oh, he gets it off to Montgomery. He muscles his way close to the first down. I don't think he got it. Goff almost got sacked, and as he was going down, he got rid of it to check down to Montgomery. What a play. And they give it to Montgomery. He gets the first down and more. Down to the 20 to the 15. Ooh. This is the game Dave Montgomery's been waiting for. 1 minute to go in the game. Goff takes the snap, processes passes, caught by Khalif Raymond down at the 6-yard line, short of the first down. No, St. Brown, excuse me. Whew. The Bears have really tested my faith in the Lions in this game, but Lions call a timeout. Their last one, I think. And then St. Brown looks like he's grabbing his arm, is kind of injured or whatever. They're showing Equanimeous St. Brown. He's got something on his neck. I did not realize the Lions were out of timeouts. St. Brown is fine. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I see him in there. I see him on offense. 2nd and 2. They're at the 8-yard line. Don't tell me what happens if you're ahead of me. Goff takes the snap, processes. He's scrambling to his left. Passes it. It goes out of bounds. Gervon Dexter Jr. was right there on the pressure. He was somebody in this last draft I didn't think highly of, but because he's like too tall for a defensive lineman, kind of. We're less than a minute to go. 38 seconds to be exact. 3rd and 2. Where's the first down marker at? Oh, it's at the 5. They give it to Gibbs. He's running up. He gets close. He's right at the 1-yard line. 26 seconds left to go. The Bears have to take a timeout. Gibbs was key on that one. Ooh. Don't tell me if they get a touchdown yet, Beast. Like, if you know, great. Gibbs, yeah, looking really good as the 12th overall pick now, shutting everybody up there. So, but we got to finish it. No turnovers here. We got to get the touchdown. We have the ball right where we want it, just like in the San Diego game, like with the correct amount of time. I'm holding my hand above the chat, Beast, because I don't want the spoilers. First and goal. Goff and shotgun, gives it to Montgomery. Touchdown! Yeah! Montgomery against his own team, former team. Lions have the lead with seconds left in the going game. Woo! When the Lions offense comes to save us, they save us. Ben Johnson, Jared Goff, Montgomery, St. Brown, the block, the tackles, the offensive line, everybody. Montgomery is pumped up. He just sealed the win against his former team. Give or take one or two more final plays against the Bears. Woo. They're going to go for 2. They have the lead right now, 27-26. Goff faking it. He's going to pass it, lobs it up to Laporta, who's nobody's covering him, and the 2-point conversion is good. 29-26. Oh, man. Ben Johnson and his scheming, they just makes it look too easy. We got to find a way to keep Ben Johnson. Aaron Glenn, you can take it or leave it, but Ben Johnson, yes. Okay, that was too mean of me to say, AG. I'm sorry. You do good things for us. Sometimes it doesn't always work out, but sometimes you do good things for us, AG. I'm sorry. But right now, I'm just – everything about the Lions offense I'm just loving right now. Scriptwriter did cook up a heater, yes. Whew. This Lions team is just like the Saints when they had all their good years with Drew Brees. Like everybody on offense is a weapon. Any one of those players could get the ball at any point in time, and you've not much you can do to stop it. So, it's just like the last week with the Chargers. The Lions had the ball at the right time in the game to take the lead and get the win. Rashawn Johnson gets the kickoff at the 10-yard line. 29 seconds to go. Now it's up to the defense to save this lead for the Lions. The Bears could kick a field goal to tie it. Oh, no. My feed is about to clock out. Crap, hang on. This happened to me last time too, but luckily I was able to get to the red zone. Shoot. Because I'm watching on DirecTV and it's playing on recording, and the game is extended past its recording time, so now it ended it for me on the Direct Stream TV app. So now I'm hoping Red Zone has the game. All right, thank God. Thank God. All right, here we go. Fields processing. Hutchinson! Oh, my gosh! He knocked it out, and they're kicking it out of bounds. It goes into the end zone, past the end zone. Hutchinson with a clutch play there. He punts it into the stands. Aiden freaking Hutchinson, baby. If there's one person who can stop Fields, it's Hutch. Was that on third down? I got it on red zone just in time. Whew. Now they're showing the Giants and Commanders game. Oh, yeah, it's a safety. The Lions got up to 31 points again. Did not think it would happen in this game for quite a while, but they did. Aiden Hutchinson with a crazy safety. Whew. I think the Lions game is just about over. They're not going back to the Lions game, so it must be on a commercial break to kickoff is why I'm not seeing it. So yeah, a lot of these games are pretty close. Green Bay's ahead just by 3. Yeah, I'm not able to provide any new information about this. I'm gonna have to rely on you, Beast. I'm assuming they're on a commercial break before they do a kickoff for the Bears after getting a safety. Because now the Bears would have to score a touchdown to win. Yeah, and it can't just be a field goal. They kneeled for the win. All right. All right, good. Good. Oh, yep, I'm seeing it in the box score. The game is officially over. Cleveland just took the lead. So I'm going to use this live stream to do my post-game reaction of the game. So bear with me, and if you see me talking about like as if it's another video, that's why. So yes, first 8-2 for Lions start ever. So all right. And you'll see all this, what I'm about to say, in a separate video later. But yeah, you dudes, Oren here. Lions just had a comeback victory against the Chicago Bears. We expected this to be a blowout victory because that's what we did last time the Bears were in Ford Field. But Chicago Bears were a tougher out than what we had thought. And yeah, I kind of expected it somewhat just because I know the Bears had a really good rushing defense, and I figured the Lions would have to adjust after they stopped us a little bit, and then they kind of did, but they had to wait until like the final minutes of each half to do so. So the Bears were in control of most of that game, and they marched down the field and scored the first touchdown when they got the ball first, and they kind of set the tone for like the game, and they kind of were in control. They had the more minutes of possession. They had more yards like overall and all that sort of stuff. And then the Lions, like late in the first half and then late in the second half, obviously, is when they started doing the no huddles and 2-minute drills and everything. And that's where they won the game with their offense. And it was an ugly game for a lot of things. Goff had 3 interceptions. Jared Goff had 3 interceptions. I think part of it was because the Bears were expecting, to cover people like Laporta and that sort of stuff, and other. It's like, the ball was tipped, and maybe like Peoples-Jones ran the wrong route or whatever. One of those interceptions was the only time I saw Peoples-Jones attempt to get him the ball, and that was the interception. And Jameson Williams had a clutch touchdown earlier in the game too. And then Montgomery against his former team, wanting to get that revenge game against his former team, he got the touchdown that sealed it and took the lead. And then right afterwards, I had to switch to red zone after watching on DirecTV because the game cut out on me. But Aiden Hutchinson got like the weirdest safety, knocking the ball out, and then everybody kicking it and it rolling through the end zone and all that. So, but a win is a win no matter what. It seemed like for a lot of the third quarter and a lot of the fourth quarter that the Bears are going to win. And it was starting to get to that point, but we didn't give up, and we gritted it out when we needed to the most. And the Lions took the lead in the game at the time of the game that they needed to. They were kind of like the San Diego Chargers game. They got the win because they had the ball last enough, if that makes sense. Brian Branch seemed like he had a really good game. He had a lot of good tackles for losses. He had a couple of penalties too. The Lions offense line doing his thing. I know Jonah Jackson wasn't starting. Colby Sorzo was in. He had a penalty or two, but as far as I could tell, like they all did good things. St. Brown being St. Brown, always doing good. They didn't pass to Laporta a whole lot throughout the majority of the game. Like he was involved in some sort of collision, which resulted in an interception. They didn't pass to him too much until towards the end of the game, until he was getting key first downs there. So, whatever works in that regard. Jameson Williams had that touchdown earlier, like what I said, but the Bears were a tough team in terms of rushing defense as well as running the ball. Their entire running back staff was completely healthy. Justin Fields was healthy, and they were all doing what they can to run the ball. They ate a big chunk of the game in the fourth quarter to help with that. Let's look at some of their stats. I'll start with the Bears running backs to show you what I mean. Or they're rushing. Justin Fields, 18 carries, 104 yards on the ground. Khalil Herbert, 16 carries, 35 yards. Rashawn Johnson, he's a tough one, 6 carries for 30 yards. Deontay Foreman, he was the one I was the most worried about because he was on that Carolina team that kicked our butts last Christmas Eve. 6 carries for 14 yards. He was the main one doing the damage for running backs earlier in the game, but then he got injured and was out of the game. Well, and then DJ Moore burned us on that one touchdown one. He had 7 receptions, 96 yards, and 1 touchdown. While Justin Fields, 16 for 23, 169 yards passing, and 1 touchdown pass. And then Jared Goff, 3 for 35, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. And like I said, whether it's Goff's fault or the receiver's fault running around plays or the defensive lineman tipping the ball, because a lot of them look like wounded ducks, that stuff has got to get cleaned up. Jahmyr Gibbs, he had a lot of key runs too. I don't think we could have won without Jahmyr Gibbs in this game. He had 8 carries and 36 yards and 1 touchdown. And you could really tell Ben Johnson really out-schemed the Bears late in the game because like a lot of the plays were just they got completely fooled there. And David Montgomery, the one who wanted the most, the hero toward the end of the game, 12 carries, 76 yards, 1 touchdown, that key touchdown late in the game. And then a lot of tackles for loss, and I like to see that. Brian Branch had 3 of them. A lot of them are on blitzes and that sort of thing. Derek Barnes had a tackle for loss. Cameron Sutton had 1. Josh Paschal had 1. Paschal, I thought, had a pretty decent game in this one, so he's starting to do some stuff. He had to, it's good to see, even though I imagine he and Hutchinson probably had a role where they had to try to contain Fields and not necessarily try to sack him. Then again, Hutchinson had to go against Darnell Wright, so that was probably a factor. Lee McNeil had a tackle for loss, which was a sack. So he got a sack. It's been a while since we've seen a sack, it seems like. And then newcomer Quinton Balhanma, he was elevated from the practice squad while they benched Levi Onwuzurike as well as
somebody else who I can't remember, Bugs or somebody, but he was on the Dallas Cowboys for a couple of years, drafted in 2021, and then we picked him up. He was on our practice squad, and we elevated him, and man, did he deliver for us. So I hope we see more of this Quinton guy. And yeah, and then not only the 3 Jared Goff interceptions, I know Craig Reynolds, while doing a kick return, he got injured and taken out of the game right after a forced fumble from that special teams play, which also led to the Bears getting a touchdown with there. But it didn't look like it was his fault because that Chicago player just rammed his head right in through the gut there, and that's how that happened. And how does that guy not break his neck on that one? So, but you know what? A win is a win. It's the Chicago Bears have thought to be one of the worst teams in the league. So that being said, the fact that this game was very close, that's alarming and concerning. And I think there are certain players who no doubt had an off day, and combine that with the Bears doing what they do good with the rushing defense, and then their running backs being healthy, because the Bears are a defensive-minded team who like to run the ball, and they were at full strength, and they have Fields back, and he was able to do all that stuff too. So if you remember last year when we beat the Bears one of the games, that was a close game too, 31-30. We got lucky that game didn't go into overtime because the Bears kicker missed an extra point. So if you think about it, it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that this game was as close as it was. So, but you'd expect the Lions to still come on top, and they did come on top and win, but it took a come-from-behind win to do it, and not the Bears being in control for most of the game and being in a position where they could run down the clock just by running the ball. But thankfully, the Lions had the ball on offense at the right time, and they scored at the best time possible. So Thanksgiving game next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday against Green Bay. So we're getting in the thick of these division NFC North games. So I was kind of preparing for the possibility of Lions losing this game. And if they did, they'd probably still be in the mix with the Cowboys, the 49ers, and everything for the number 1 seed. But then if they lost and the Vikings won tonight on primetime, then the Lions would be a half a game ahead of the Vikings, and we'd really have something there. So the fact that they were able to win this game, take aside the fact that it was against the Bears, the fact that they won this game means that they can still maintain their lead in the NFC North against the Vikings with some cushion. That being said, they'll probably fall in my Fridge Magnet power rankings, but a win is a win, and the Lions are still 8-2. When's the last time that happened? So I'll leave you guys alone, but very enjoyable end to this game. And until Thanksgiving, go Lions, one pride. All right, I'm done making that video. Beast, let me catch up on your comments. Thank you for keeping me updated when my stream cut out. So something I'm still trying to juggle. Now it's up to Denver to remind the Vikings of their place. Yeah, Denver's been hot, and I don't have much respect for the Broncos, but they've been doing some good things lately. So we'll see what happens there. Defense forced a 3-and-out immediately after the JMO TD. Yeah. Main problem was Goff picks on offense and Fields rushing on defense. Yep, always. Seems like that. I'm going to go to ESPN Chicago and rub the wind in the face of one of their guys that said, yeah, they deserve to be trolling, because the Bears were talking so much smack in the offseason about how good they were going to be. They showed flashes of that, but overall this season, you haven't really seen it. That being said, the Bears should be tanking because, they got 2 top 5 picks. You would think they would. So anyways, I'm going to sign off on this live stream. Beast, thank you for keeping me company today. Thank you for everybody who joined. Yeah, this turned out to be an exciting win after all, even though it was much closer than what you would think. But that being said, I expected the Bears to be somewhat of a problem in this game. They were a lot more of a problem than I anticipated, but the defense stepped up when they need to. People like Hutchinson, the offense did its thing when it needed to. So thank you guys again for joining me. This has been fun, and go Lions, one pride.